I'd like to take you through the Flextreme Concept Car from Opel, which really is the next design language step for the Opel brand, and I'll take you through some of the key features of that car right now. Clearly there's some easily recognizable Opel cues with the center crease, the trapezoidal grille, and the very dynamic lamps that you see on all new Opel vehicles. This particular car is executed in a very specific way to work in line with the function of the eFlex technology. So we don't need as much air to cool the system. So in that case, we flushed out all of the grille, did these very dynamic lamps that slice through the bumper, exposing much of the new technology with LED lamps, and exposing much of the new materials that we're using within the car, lightweight materials for much better efficiency going forward. As you move down the side of the vehicle, you can see a much more emotional sculptural design language that we will be using on all our future Opel vehicles. And a very key signature component is this blade feature that we first showed on the GTC concept, and now we're showing on this vehicle. Very distinctive character element within the brand. Also, you can see very dynamic sporty window line that really gives the car a dynamic focus, really makes it look as though it's got a lot of motion. Another feature you see on many of our vehicles, even on the Opel Corsa today, is this very muscular rear haunch that gives the car a very planted feeling. Looks very muscular, very athletic, really gives the car a very strong stance. On the rear of the vehicle, the tail lamps themselves are integrated within the rear glass here, and we actually have this signature element on the front headlamps and the rear headlamps that we will be using on all future production Opel vehicles. So it's a very distinctive character feature. On this particular car, we're showing here the Segway vehicles, Segway items that can come out of the rear and give you that extra mobility when you get to a city center and go in a closed off area. Moving round to the interior, because the interior is a very key feature of which in future Opels we're making a much bigger transition. So firstly, we open up our new FlexDoor system that will be going into production in a future Opel vehicle. You get 90-degree opening to give a very spacious interior feeling. As you move to the inside of the vehicle here, you can see this wing effect that wraps into the doors. That is something that we're definitely going to be doing on future Opels to give it a very dramatic statement and also make the interior feel much more warm and inviting. The red signature elements that will be coming through in all future Opels, again making the interior feel very sporty but very upmarket and classy in execution. On this vehicle we actually have a full touch screen center stack that is fully customizable for the driver, so he can put any information where he wants to suit his particular needs. Another interesting feature in this vehicle is the full width screen display at the base of the instrument panel, and the information from this comes from the two side cameras located at each A-pillar, and also the centrally mounted camera, which really gives almost a 180-degree rearward view, uninterrupted view. The driver can also program whatever information he needs on this screen, again, so it's all driver customizable to really give the optimum situation here. The interior also uses very lightweight materials, so you can see a honeycomb material visible through the center stack, which in this case is covering the battery packs for the eFlex architecture. So under the central spine here lies the battery packs for the fully electric vehicle. We've also put the seats on a central spine, again to give a very open feeling to the interior environment. Not forgetting the Opel flexibility that we're famous for, I guess, and that's we have these significant drawers that come forward on the center console And the idea behind that is that you can take your iPod, MP3 player, phone, put it into this drawer, and through inductive charging, it automatically charges and connects the system to the central computer so that you can have interactive without having to plug in the phone or module separately. That, I think, gives you an overview of how we're taking Opel design language both from an exterior perspective and interior perspective into the future. And I would say into the near future you will be seeing many of these elements coming through.